thank God for just being here, and I'm just happy to see all of you. It's just, when we talk about diversity, I'm looking at it. And so the Mural represents all that. I'm one of the co-founders, along with my wife, of Our Culture is Beautiful. And, you know, our vision just to foster a vibrant community of leaders and just to continue to move on and see what it's going to be like. So today, we're kind of remembering Juneteenth Day. And how did Juneteenth begin? It began with the Emancipation Proclamation in January 1st, 1863, 2.5 years later. On June 19th, Major General Gordon Granger came to Galveston, Texas, to inform a reluctant community that President Abraham Lincoln had freed the slaves 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, and to press locals to comply with the directive. On this day, Granger announced General Order Number 3. Before Granger's declaration, there was estimated 250,000 slaves residing in Texas, according to historian Henry Louis Gates. What caused the delay in Texas receiving the news? Some said, well, it could have been a Texas geographic isolation, may have played a role in the delay, but there was a delay. According to Juneteenth.com, some accounts say the delay was because a messenger was murdered. He was murdered on his way to Texas with the news, while others say the news was deliberately withheld. Even with the order, slavery did not end in Texas overnight. According to reports by Gates, many slave owners traveled to Texas with their slaves to escape regulations enforced by Union Army in other states for some. And so why do we call it Juneteenth? Because Juneteenth is a combination of June and the 19th in honor of the day that Granger announced the abolition of slavery in Texas. This day is also called Freedom Day. It's ironic that December the 13th, 1865, Congress abolished slavery, with Amendment 13. One of the sayings I have to embody is the struggle continue. I know that the president signed into order that today would be Juneteenth, and it's going to be acknowledged all around the country. So we have a holiday, something to participate in, something that some people want to, in a way, celebrate. Frederick Douglass said, those who deprecate agitation are like the men who want the soil without digging up the ground. They want the rain without the thunder and the lightning. This struggle may be a physical one or it may be a moral one, but it must be a struggle, because power don't conceive nothing without a demand. You're showing your demand by showing up today. You're showing your demand by saying yes to diversity, yes to cultural equality, yes to all of these things. And that's one of the things that we're looking at. So the struggle continues. It continues. People of color have felt the effects of systemic racism for years, from slavery up until the present time. It's been a part of our culture. We lived with it through Emmett Till lynching, the brutality on Rodney King, Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, Rayshon Brooks, and countless others. But as Maya Angelou says, still I rise, still I rise, still I rise. We want to rise as a people. We want to see diversity represented in all communities. Equality must be real, and we want to see all members of the community rise. There is a diverse representation of people here today. Collaboration effort was sustained. Look at this mural. It took a lot of groups coming together. When you look at this beautiful, awesome display, it's because of folk coming together, different groups. So, and so as we move on, as we look at this unveiling, people, so no matter people, what race, color, or creed, it's all about racial equality. We're going to live together in the community and survive in the community. We must work together and share this community together. Regardless of where we work or what station of life we live in, we want freedom of cultural expression, and we want it now. It's nothing else this pandemic should have shown us. It should have shown us that we must work together for the common good of humanity. So even if we celebrate this particular triumph for Black people, our desire is to celebrate all culture. That's why we call ourselves, our culture is beautiful, because we recognize all cultures, and everybody has a station in this. Recognizing, as I often say, America ain't no melting pot. It's like a salad bowl where vegetables maintain its individual flavor, but contributes to the overall quality of the salad. A cucumber is still a cucumber. Lettuce is still lettuce. And a tomato is still a tomato. I'm Black. You may be Puerto Rican, white, Chinese, Colombian, Irish, Native American. It really don't matter. We're in this country together. Maintain your cultural identity, but come together as a collective community in this post-pandemic age. Let's give unity, harmony, a change. Let's recognize freedom and justice for all.